Good evening, ma'am. My name is Divyanshu Vijay and I am from collegedunia.com. A very warm welcome to you on our interview series, which is called Thoughts of Education, where we take the interviews at dignitaries like honors, directors, faculties of various colleges and universities. Before starting the interview, I would like to request you to kindly give a brief introduction of yourself and then we will proceed the interview, ma'am.
Okay, good evening. I am Dr. Saroja Asthana. I am founder director of Mulchi Institute of Business Management, which is located in Sambhavi village at Mulchi Taluka. Basically, I am a researcher and I was scientist at National Chemical Laboratory. I took voluntary retirement and established this college. Being an educationist ourselves, we understand the importance of education, and that is why we decided of starting on this institute.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, shall we start the interview?
Sure.
My first question is, being the director of Mulchi Institute of Business Management, Pune, kindly tell us about your experience in the education industry. What makes it the best industry to work with us now?
As mentioned earlier, being educationists and researchers ourselves, when I thought of being entrepreneur, education field was a logical choice for me. And obviously, we are in a city of Pune, which is hub of education. So it looked an convenient and very nice option for me. Basically, Ignited Mind Society, which spearhead these colleges, constituent of highly accomplished researchers and people drawn from IIM and IIT. Basically, we were inspired by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's book of same name, and that is why we registered our society's name as Ignited Minds Society.
Thank you, ma'am. Great. My second question is, any of significant challenges you faced as a founder of Mulchi Institute of Business Management?
Not really. We know about it, and we had very well defined mission and vision and operating philosophy. And so we were ready for this kind of thing, and we had background in that, and so we didn't face much problem in starting or establishing this college.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. My third question is, how do you tend to establish a relationship with the students being a founder? How do you make yourself available to them?
Well, it's not a challenge anymore in this virtual world. So I'm available for our faculty and the student 24/7, either physically or virtually, and we connect with in various ways to our students. Our faculty is very friendly and they are constantly in touch with the students and parents, and we do lot of events, social media events and all that. So we are constantly in connect with society and all stakeholders, not only students and faculty.
Great, ma'am. My next question is, tell us about the efforts behind establishing a successful college and how do you plan to take it at greater heights?
Well, it is always a challenge because of heterogeneity of our students. Students are coming from various backgrounds and various socio-economic backgrounds. Right now, we are having students from 13 states. So everybody comes with different socio-economic and cultural background and also educational background. Like some students have come after BCom, some after BE and all that. So this makes this task little challenging, but we have enough flexibility in our approach, and that makes it workable.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. My next question is, how do you create a student-centric environment in your college?
A very important question and very interesting
Thank you,
question
ma'am.
you asked. Actually, it's a student-driven college. So we give student lot of liberty in doing lot of activities. Right now we are in a process of having this international conference in our campus. So these students are handling. Similarly, all sport events, then social events, everything students organize. And also they organize lot of HR related events which are very important for their placement. And we give student liberty even for taking financial decisions.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. My next question is, how do you integrate the values-based education with your curriculum?
Again, very important question.
Thank you, ma'am.
See, marketing and finance every college is teaching. So that is not the only thing which is making our student placeable or employable. So there is some additional need which we fulfill, and this is soft skills like communication, personality development and all that. For that, we have individual capacity building, a flagship program of MIBM, in which without any additional cost, we develop students, and this is done by third party. So initially what we do, we hire third party, we do analysis of each and every student and his or her shortcomings and plus points. And then we, without disclosing it or making it public, we interact with each and every student, and by student also understand that these are his weak areas and these are his strong areas. So we work together and try to make them employed. And that is why our placements are 94%, which is, I am telling, an average of last 3 years. Even during pandemic season, when every college faced problems, I am glad to share with you that we could place 94% students.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Great initiative you are taking. My next question is, what would be your ideal institute environment, and how would you encourage that kind of culture in your college?
My idea of ideal college is not only relating to teaching learning, but at the same time sponsored or consultancy projects and lot of research. And we promote these ideas. So an ideal institute should have all three components, not only teaching, learning or placement. So that is of course very important aspect, but in addition we are giving lot of importance to research and international connect.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. My next question is, how do you look at your growth of a student through placement opportunities available at your institute, ma'am?
See, we believe in holistic development of students, that I explained, that individual capacity building. In addition, teaching subjects of management, and also we are giving lot of opportunities by offering almost 100 courses as an elective. So we have dual specialization where students select electives, and these electives will start right from first year. Not many colleges are doing that, but we do it. So we want to make them placeable, and before their summer internship, which we do from campus 100%, we start giving them elective courses. So they get liberty to build their career. And once they choose, suppose a student want to build his or her career in digital marketing, then he or she will take subject relating to digital marketing and build the career and definitely become placeable.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. My next question is, what goals do you have in your mind for your institute for the next 5 years?
See, we established this college in 2010. So now it's 12 years and 10 batches are already out. Now I think time has come when we should revisit our mission and vision, and that is what we are planning now. We are consulting our board of governors, which are eminent personalities. So they will also help us in redefining our mission and vision. And so that is first step. Second, we have to do more research, and we have to do lot of outreach kind of activity, not only in India but abroad. So that is my target. In addition, we are also thinking of entering into Ayurvedic education, and now we are in the process of building Ayurvedic college. So this is the target for next 5 years.
My last question is, being a founder, what suggestion would you like to give to current youth and for your students, ma'am?
See, being traditional myself, I would definitely say that there is no shortcut to success. And secondly, today what I see that people think information is knowledge, which is not correct. Information is information. You have to develop knowledge, and developing knowledge, you have to do lot of hard work and you have to do lot of reading. Information is available, but how much do we read? How much we gain knowledge? That is important, and this is the difference between information and knowledge. Today's youth, they have to do lot of hard work in this. And regarding other activities like breaking the barriers. So if we think that our communication is not good, instead of shying away from the situation, we should improve it. So we are always there to help our students, but it is a shared responsibility. See, putting it bluntly, I can bring the company to campus, but I cannot force company to hire my student. So ultimately, it's the student who is facing the interview, and he or she has to perform. There is no shortcut to it, and that is how it is. The world is.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time and for this interview, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.